Hi, guess who's back? Kinda. I mean, it's me. I'm Attractive Nuisance. Mark, and I'm back. So I wanted to make this video to tell you the direction of this odd little channel that you probably forgot you're subscribed to. And give you a little life update in the process. So here's the short kind of life update up front. I made a couple videos a couple of years ago because after being on Legal Bite Stream and talking with Hoglaw and a lot of other people, it seemed like you guys wanted me to try my hand at video content. I had no knowledge of how to edit or shoot. I did not have the equipment to do so. But I kind of figured it out as I went along. And those two first videos, I liked them. The first one performed fantastically, especially considering what kind of niche content it was. The second one, I learned something. I don't think the algorithm likes videos about corpse mishandling. I talked a lot about dismembered body parts that probably weren't copacetic to the YouTube overlords that be. So I I learned a lot from them, and I have some advice for you that if you're ever going to start your own channel, don't expect videos about corpse mishandling to do very well. But I do suggest going back and taking a look at it. I stand by that video. The video's fantastic. Anyway, and then I stopped. I stopped really because life got in the way. Had a second kid, got a great job I really, really liked, and the idea of teaching myself and getting really frustrated with the lack of progress on different technical aspects was just, it didn't really seem like a good way to spend my life. But fast forward 2 years later, things have changed. My life has stabilized a bit. My baby is no longer a baby. And so I'm kind of back to my old habits. And those habits include wanting to record hour-long video essays about legal movies that no one cares about. I don't know why, it's just something that I like doing. There's this old Japanese folktale I think about a lot called The Boy Who Liked Drawing Cats. And it's basically a very short version of that. Is this boy, all he does is draw cats, and one day drawing cats ends up saving the whole village, and they're like, oh, this boy should be a warrior, and they send him off onto like a horse to be with the samurai class, and he just rides off into the sunset saying, I just really like drawing cats. And I don't know, I just like drawing cats. So I came up with this idea a little while ago because I don't see YouTube doing this sort of content. And the content is video essays doing film analysis specifically about films in the legal canon and analyzing them from a lawyer perspective. I do interviews with other lawyers, and we talk about these things. And it's a little different, though there is legal film analysis, obviously. Oh, I'm starting a film channel, is very silly. But all of those videos, I've watched like all of them, and they're all like, my cousin Vinny gets lawyered. Like, this guy on a movie, he's not actually a lawyer. Real lawyers would be doing da-ba-da-da-da. And like, that's not really interesting to me at all. But I feel like there are some fantastic, some unknown, some well-known legal movies that I think having a real understanding of why lawyers like them and how these films got made and who made them is very interesting. I recorded 2 episodes for that, and I was cutting it together. And it just kind of fell off. And, again, this is not what I do for my life, and I have a whole full life, so why would I spend 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Yelling at a microphone that's not working, when I have other things in my life. And I think the reason is because I like drawing cats. But here's the trick. I have the oddest way to enter this film essay foray possible. There's another thing I've been doing in my life update. My elder daughter loves a game called Dreamlight Valley. If you've never heard of it, which you probably haven't, let's be honest, it's just Animal Crossing, but with a Disney skin. And if you don't know Animal Crossing, it's just, how do I put it? It's just a game for high adults, I think. There's no stakes. You just kind of have a house and you make friends and you can like fish and farm and like decorate your house and become better friends with people in your little town. And it's so cute and it's so wonderful. And my daughter loves it. She loves it because she loves that she can hang out with like Mirabelle and Elsa and that they can just do stuff together. And she can change her outfits and like decorate her house. You know what my daughter doesn't like doing? She doesn't like doing the work required to buy the things for your house or to be good friends with Elsa. That's not really interesting to her. So what I've been doing for the last year is at like 11 p.m., I go upstairs, boot up Dreamlight Valley, and just grind. I will mine gems, I will farm onions, and I will check the store to make sure that there aren't any cool shoes that my daughter is missing the opportunity to buy. I do this all the time. I call it Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight does this. The Captain Midnight moniker comes from when I was recording my first album back at Pyramid Sound in Ithaca, New York. The engineer there was a guy named Mikey Parker. And Mikey Parker had a persona called Captain Midnight. And what would happen is after the day of recording and all the musicians went home for the night, if some of the tracks didn't sound good, because like they didn't play them very well, Mikey would boot up and record the parts better than them. So that when they came back to the studio in the morning to like listen to the track again, it would sound good because Mikey Parker had just, done all the recording for them and he'd never tell them. And so he called that persona that was like Captain Midnight, and Captain Midnight's played on a lot of albums. I'm pretty sure that recording studio recorded Genuine's Pony. I'm not saying Mikey Parker was like redoing Timbaland's tracks or anything, but there's some cred to the studio. So I feel like what I've been doing at Dreamlight Valley is Captain Midnighting Dreamlight Valley. My daughter gets to like boot up the game and see that she's got like 20,000 more gems than she had the night before, and she can finally afford that dress or that like wallpaper she wants for her house. I love playing this game. It is mesmerizing. I've gotten to calling my friends and we just talk while I mindlessly like farm pumpkins, and it's great. So here's my plan. Go with me, if you will. If you haven't turned off this video already, you're with me, okay? Got you right here. I'm going to release long-form video essays on legal films and analyze them. But in between those, I will be live streaming me alone, talking to myself, playing Dreamlight Valley, but not advancing in the story of Dreamlight Valley, because then my daughter will be very mad at me. We can talk about whatever. This is like chat-guided stream of consciousness, me late at night in a room by myself, talking whatever. Sometimes I even play and get on my recumbent bike. And so I am biking, talking to myself, playing Dreamlight Valley at like midnight. I know I am insane. This is not questionable in my mind, but it's really fun. And I don't know why, but I think that people will enjoy this content. And look, I have been wrong in the past. My second video was about corpse mishandling. So maybe my barometer is off. But maybe, just maybe, you would like watching me play Dreamlight Valley more than you think. So go along with me on this journey. Or don't. It's fine. I'm going to be playing Dreamlight Valley anyway. So no harm, no foul. You know, if you don't want to join me on my quest. I mean, it's not really a quest because, again, I can't advance the story. But this is where we're going. You know, I think a lot of Ronald Reagan's success was that he just looked somewhere in the horizon and he's like, we're going there. If you want to come with me, but this is where we're going, you know? And that's what I'm doing here. By being a dad who's tired, playing Dreamlight Valley, doing the boring stuff, so my daughter doesn't have to. That's my... What am I doing? Oh, gosh, I'm insane. But I think there's a logic to it. I really do. And maybe I'm wrong, but we're going to find out together. So join me, Attractive Nuisance, for some of the oddest stuff you've seen from a lawyer this side of Alina Haba. Can't wait to see what comes of this. Who knows? Maybe I'll look back at this video in a year and go, what was I thinking? But maybe I'll look back in a year at this video extemporaneously comparing myself to Ronald Reagan going, you really had it, Mark. Thank you. Anyone who watches this video, reach out, let me know, how insane am I? And I'll see you on the other side. This is Attractive Nuisance, signing out.